Hello and welcome to my channel We Learn by Sharun. I am Shraddha Banode, working as Assistant Professor in Electrical Engineering Department of St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology. In this series, we are learning synchronous machines, and in today's session, I'm going to continue with the numericals on voltage regulation. I have already posted two videos of numericals on voltage regulation. The link will be given in the description box for your reference. Today we are going to practice some more problems on voltage regulation. So let's get started. So let's write down the first numerical. 100 kVA, 3000 volts, 50 Hertz, 3-phase star-connected alternator has effective armature resistance of 0.2 ohms. The field current of 40 ampere produces short circuit current of 200 ampere and open circuit EMF of 1040, that is line value. It is clearly given. Okay, 1040 volt it should be. It is a line value. Calculate the full load voltage regulation at 0.8 power factor lagging and 0.8 power factor leading. So again 10 kVA is given, 3000 volt is given, and 50 Hz three-phase star connected alternator is there. Its effective resistance, that is RA, is given as 0.2 ohm, and excess is not directly given to you. Synchronous reactance, अभी तक हमने जितने भी problems लिए उसमें synchronous reactance दिया हुआ था. In this problem synchronous reactance is not directly given to you. So for that what you need to do is you need to find out synchronous reactance by synchronous impedance method. So 40 ampere is the field current at which you are getting short circuit current as 200 ampere and open circuit EMF as 1040 volts. So these are the given data. What you need to find out is firstly you need to find out ZS first. Okay, so let's find out synchronous impedance. Z is given by open circuit voltage upon short circuit current at same IF. So ZS is equals to open circuit voltage by short circuit current, yeah, at the same IF. So let's substitute the value of 1040. Yeah, one more thing, here you need to take phase values of open circuit voltage and short circuit current. Now because this is star, line current and phase current are same, but voltage has to be, phase voltage has to be line voltage by root 3, and it is clearly mentioned that the open circuit EMF is 1040 line value. So you have to take phase value. Don't forget to divide it by root 3. 1040 divided by root 3. Okay, that will be your phase value of EMF. And then divided by short circuit current, that is 200 at a particular IF for 40 ampere. 40 ampere is just given so that you know that this is the values you are getting at the same IF. You will no need to use, there is no use of 40 ampere as such anywhere in the numerical. Okay, so we are getting ZS is equals to 3 ohms, right? Correct. And then we will calculate the value of XS. XS is equals to root of ZS square minus RA square. RA is given in the problem as zero point 0.2 ohms. So we will substitute zero point 0.2 ohms in the above equation and we will get the value of XS. And it comes out to be 2.99 ohms. You know what was the change in this problem is to get the value of excess. In previous problems excess was given to you. In this problem you calculated excess, and now rest of the procedure of rest of the solution will be same as we have done before. Like full load voltage regulation means you need to find out regulation at full load, that is full current will be flowing, full load current will be flowing. So let's calculate full load current from the given kVA, and for that the process will be same. VA is equals to root 3 VL. Hence I can calculate the value of IL, line current, that is nothing but armature current, which is 100 into 10 raised to power 3 divided by root 3 into 3000. So line current or armature current comes out to be 19.2 ampere. Yes, you need to find out V per phase because 3000 volt is the line value and you need to find out per phase value to substitute in EMF equation. Let's get the value of IARA and IAXS. So IARA is 3.84, IAXS is 57.4, correct. Yeah, Okay, you got the value of IARA and IAXS. Then let's substitute everything in EMF equation. So first of all, we will consider zero point 0.8 lagging power factor. Let's write down the equation for EMF induced, which is nothing but root of V cos phi plus IARA the whole square plus V sin phi plus IAXS the whole square. Yeah, so let's substitute all the values. 1730 into zero point 0.8 is the power factor. 3.84 is IRA. Sin phi is zero point 0.6, substituting IXS, substituting all the values, we get the value of E naught as, I think 1768 maybe. So I hope all of you are getting this EMF induced. Next, we need to find out voltage regulation. So let's write down the equation for voltage regulation. Percentage regulation is given by E naught minus V upon V into 100. Okay, 2.2% I am getting. So whatever values you are getting, you just write down. Okay, great. So 2.19, 2.2, 2.21, 2.22 such variations you will get, no worries about it. So if you are getting 2.2% it's correct. So I hope this thing is clear to you. Then let's go for next, that is zero point 0.8 leading power factor. Don't forget we need to find out for both zero point 0.8 lagging power factor and zero point 0.8 leading power factor. So at zero point 0.8 leading power factor, we will substitute everything in the equation. E naught is equals to root of V cos phi plus IRA square plus V sin phi minus IXS square. Okay, minus will be there in only IXS. Substitute all the values and you will get the value of E naught. E naught comes out to be, my value is 1699. And then substitute it in voltage regulation. Let's find out percentage regulation for leading power factor. The formula will be same. Just substitute the values of E naught and V and get the percentage regulation, most minus 1.8%. The next problem goes like this. A three-phase 10 kVA 400 volts 50 hertz star connected alternator supplies the rated load at zero point 0.8 power factor. So, yeah. If the armature resistance is 0.5 ohms and synchronous reactance is 10 ohms, find the power angle and voltage regulation. The given data is you have 10 kVA, 400 volts. You're supposed to find out regulation at only one load, and that is zero point 0.8 power factor lagging. Okay, and resistance is given to you, RA as well as access is given to you. Things are simple, right? You need to find out voltage regulation. यहाँ तक तो simple है. बस एक ही चीज यहाँ जो different दी है वो है power angle. You need to find out power angle. Now what is power angle? First of all, we will solve problem by our normal procedure and we will get the value of voltage regulation and then we will think about power angle. Okay, fine. So let's find out first of all IL. So VA is equals to root 3 VL IL. Let's find out the value of IL by substituting all the values. IL or armature current is nothing but 10 into 10 raised to power 3 upon root 3 into 400. Okay, so IA is 14.4 ampere. So IRA is 14.4 into zero point 0.5, which is nothing but armature resistance, and you get the value as 7.2. Similarly, substituting this value for IAXS, you will get the value of IAXS as 144 volts phase voltage, right? So phase voltage is 400 by root 3. Quickly, we will go for the EMF induced. For it is because zero point 0.8 lagging power factor, I'll straight away write down the equation. E naught is equals to root of V cos phi plus IARA square plus V sin phi plus IAXS square. And after substituting all the values, I have calculated IARA, IAXS already. If you haven't, you can substitute it here and get the values. So come on, substitute everything in the equation of EMF and get me the EMF induced. So EMF induced comes out to be 342, correct? 341.84. Like if you are getting in decimals, please consider proper decimals to get the answer. Okay. So 342 volts is the EMF induced, and we need not stop here. We need to find voltage regulation as well. So percentage regulation is E naught minus V upon V into 100, and it comes out to be, after substituting all the values in percentage regulation, you get it as 48%. Correct. I hope till this point everything is clear to you. If you're finished with this, we can proceed for the next part of this problem is to find out power angle. So let's try to understand what is power angle. The power angle of the machine is defined as angle between V and E, as Nachiket said, and it is denoted by angle delta. जब मैंने आपको फेजर डायग्राम पढ़ाया है तब मैंने आपको बताया है कि एंगल बिटवीन V and I is phi, while the angle between E and V is delta. Okay, this is the value, and this is also called as power angle. This is also called as load angle. Okay, the same angle is also called as power angle. It is also called as load angle. अब पावर एंगल निकालने के लिए वैसे देखा जाए तो एक फॉर्मूला मैं आपको बता दूंगी, बट आपको याद नहीं रहेगा until and unless आप समझो पहले कि ये कैसे निकाला है. ठीक है, तो मैं उसके लिए एक बार फेजर डायग्राम रिवाइज कराऊंगी आपका. V is the voltage drawn. I is current which is lagging voltage by some angle phi. यहाँ पे 0.8 पावर फैक्टर है, उसके हिसाब से आप देख लो 36.86 होता है. ठीक है, then IARA is the vector which is in phase with I, but we draw it from V. IAXS is the vector which is 90 degree to I, that is 90 degree to IARA also. And E and E naught are nothing but the EMF induced. Okay. As far as angle is concerned, phi is the angle between V and I, and delta is the angle between V and E naught. ठीक है, EMF induced और V के बीच में जो angle होता है that is delta. Okay, and now if I want to find out the value of delta, so what exactly I am supposed to do? ठीक है, तो इस problem में I know the angle of phi, yes or no? Because you know cos phi is 0.8, cos inverse of 0.8 is nothing but 36.86. So can I calculate the value of phi out of it? Yes. So if I get to know this complete angle, so if I get to know this psi, what is psi? Psi is delta plus phi. If I get to know this complete angle psi, which is delta plus phi, and I already know the value of phi, can I get the value of delta? Yes, we can get the value of delta. Okay, now can you see this complete phasor diagram as a right angle triangle because of the construction lines I have drawn? See, I have drawn these construction lines. Yes. So what I'll do is I'll just tilt this figure for you. Can you see this same phasor diagram like this now? Now same phasor diagram I have just tilted here. See now, V was reference, but मैंने अभी I को कर दिया horizontal. ठीक है? Now everything is same. V is there. I is lagging V by angle phi. Then IARA is in parallel with I. IAXS is in perpendicular with IARA, and E naught is drawn. Okay. ठीक है, मैंने इसको थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर दिया, एंड ऑल्सो आई हैव ड्रॉन इट इन अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, तो इट इज वेरी विजिबल दैट इट इज राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल. एंड नाउ लुकिंग एट दिस राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल, यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट दिस पर्टिकुलर एंगल. ठीक है, which is phi plus delta. So can I say that the adjacent side of this particular angle is V cos phi plus IARA? अगर आप ये राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल को कंसिडर करें V वाला, तो ये अगर phi है, तो can I say this is V cos phi and this is IARA? So this is V cos phi plus IARA. Clear with this? Similarly, on this on this vertical side, agar if I'll say that in this triangle, this side is V sin phi and this is IAXS. Can I say this complete side is V sin phi plus IAXS? Yes or no? So if I have all both the sides V cos phi plus IARA, V sin phi plus IAXS, it is the same thing which we also put in the EMF equation to find out the value of EMF equation. क्योंकि EMF हम कैसे निकालते हैं? रूट ऑफ दिस स्क्वायर प्लस दिस स्क्वायर. सेम है, ये आपके यहाँ पे साइड है. So can I say that tan of can I get find out the tan of this complete phi plus delta? Tan of phi plus delta is nothing but opposite upon adjacent. Opposite is V sin phi plus IAXS and adjacent is V cos phi plus IARA. Is that clear? Can I write it like this? In the from the right angle triangle, tan phi plus delta is equals to V sin phi plus IAXS upon V cos phi plus IARA. By the trigonometric expression, tan of angle is equals to opposite upon adjacent. अगर मैं आपको बोलूंगी इक्वेशन को याद रखो तो शायद आपके लिए पॉसिबल नहीं होगा, या फिर आप ये भी गलती कर सकते हो कि आप v cos फाइव को ऊपर लिख दोगे, v sin फाइव को नीचे लिख दोगे। तो बहुत जरूरी है आपको ये फेजर डायग्राम के थ्रू एक्सप्लेन करना, ताकि आपको ये याद रहे। जब भी कंफ्यूजन होगा पट से फेजर डायग्राम बनाना, बहुत सिंपल फेजर डायग्राम है, एंड गेट द इक्वेशन। ओके, substitute all the values and get the value of tan phi plus delta. Okay, tan phi plus delta comes out to be 1.44 I am getting. Just try to take tan inverse of it and you will get the value of phi plus delta. So phi plus delta is equals to tan inverse of 1.44 or 1.4419. Value you will get as 55.26. Just subtract phi out of it and you will get the value of delta. Delta is equals to 55.26 minus phi, and from where you will get the value of phi? You will get the value of phi from power factor. So as power factor is 0.8, so phi is cos inverse of 0.8, which is nothing but 36.86. Just substitute and get the value of delta, and delta comes out to be 18.9. Okay. So I hope the problems we took in today's session are clear to you. So if you like the content of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share this with your friends so that they can also clear their concepts with the help of these videos. And subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Press the bell button right next to it. Thank you and happy learning.